Good morning, everyone. Yeah. So I'm at where the hell am I at? Hillmorton, top of Hillmorton Locks, and I'm just heading down to the bottom of the locks. Ahead there, because I'm going to help Kevin through. He worked them for me yesterday, so I'm going to return the favour and then just making sure I'm not being observed. And then we're going to, do you know there's some right debris around here in this canal? I wonder what's going on with that. Yeah, then we're going to go down towards Braunston and see if we can find a mooring. It's always busy, Braunston. It's one of those places like Nantwich. You don't often find a space near to the town itself, so the expectation is that we'll have to moor a little way out, you know, but we'll see, you never know. The thing is, you've got to commit at some point, and if you get it wrong, you've got to go through past the town and sort of start your risk and starting the locks. And there's 6 doubles. They're not these little singlies, these easy peasy ones. They're the doubles, and they're a different ball game really, so you don't want to be doing 6 of them you know, in the afternoon and it's getting dark. So, and then you're counting on getting a spot before you get to the tunnel, which starts not long afterwards. So yeah, we're not committed. We're going to be conservative, and if we see a half decent spot, we'll stop. But look, some kind of, look as it reads, held together by some, I don't know what that is, but there seems to be a plastic circle there, perhaps a foam square or cube. All very odd really, like a boat's falling apart, you know, and the constituent bits are all floating down. So anyway, we'll see. Windlass in hand, obviously. Kevin's got one anyway, but his is the aluminium type, lighter, but it hasn't got a turning handle like mine, so it's your fingers. When you do about 10 locks with those aluminium ones, you start getting calluses on your fingers. Some people over there with doggies. So I texted Kevin that I'm on the way. We agreed on a 9 o'clock start, or 9 o'clock at the locks anyway. It's called Lock 4. There's 3 sets, but 2 in each. I don't know how they get to 4 in the middle one though. 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 at the bottom, 3 and 4. 5 and 6 of course, yeah. It's a cold start. You know how slow I am on a cold start. We didn't get the Chinese last night. Kevin rang them up. He visited on foot the previous times, and he rang them up and said, can you deliver to a bridge? And they said no, has to be a house address. But anyway, no Chinese for us. It did not work out. I think Kevin took it harder than me by the tone of his texts. Right, here's the bottom lock. Right, so what was Kevin saying? Okay, I'll start my engine. Right, okay. Yeah, brilliant. Almost overflowing in this pound. Look how high it is at the corner of the gate. So there's a bit of emptying to do, but not much. I might just step across and see if the other one is completely empty. Yeah, no, they're both about the same level. So let's use this one. The other one's got a bit of a leak at the bottom end, so it's a tad more tricky. Right, I'll just contact with one hand. This, look. There are volunteers, CRT volunteers on duty here. on these locks. I think probably for most of the summer. Right, emptying lock now. Okay, that's a signal for Kevin to head over. So what I'll do is, I'm worried about stepping across these things. Oh my god, look at the state of the wood. What is that? That'll be a reply text from Kevin to say he's on his way. Right, so step over here. Let's get this raised up and empty the bugger. Okay, the catch isn't in place, so let's do that. Surprisingly, I've only got a shirt on and a thin anorak, and I'm fine. Right, what was Kevin's answer? Let's double check. Okay, right, so he'll be on his way now. Alright. Sometimes one is enough. It doesn't look like it's emptying at all. I can't see any outrushing water down there, unless it's coming out down there somewhere, but that's a bit odd. Okay, well, let's open this one. To me, there's no sign of water movement. If there's any faffing around with this, I'll just use the other one. Okay. Right. Is this one bust or something? Is this one too? Look, the water's not moved. There was a boat in this lock yesterday. That water's not moving. I think the locks, okay. I think the locks perhaps have been jammed by weeds or something. There is no movement, there's no turbulence. There's a teeny little, perhaps a bit. So rather than faff around and, you know, work out what the cause is, because I don't really know what you do in this situation. Is it because oh no, they're level already, you pillock. It was empty. Honestly, the water level inside looked at least 6 inches higher than it did on the outside, possibly because of its lighter colour or something, I don't know. That's so strange. Anyway, so what I've got to do now is I've got to get across. Now, there is a slightly safer way of doing this step across thing, and that is to stand on the lock that you're going on and push backwards with your foot to open the other one. So I'll try that. Yeah, that's worked fine. There we go, beautiful. No risk. Well, at least I'm hanging on with both hands, so it's much reduced risk. It's weird being in these quiet rural places early doors, especially in the winter. Weirder in the winter. There we go. So both paddles down. Kevin should be here momentarily.
Everything's new to her. She's only 18 weeks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
She's absolutely beautiful. They're so cute at that age. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I wonder what I'm doing here as well sometimes. See you later. Here we go. Here's my quarry. Have a nice morning. 18 weeks old. Oh my God. So a toddler in human terms. Anyway, here's Kevin. Sir Kevin of Brinklow. He's always game for a laugh, is Kev. He doesn't mind a bit of wind up. Beautifully done, Kevin. They've got leaks, these, so I think by the morning they're pretty much empty. Yeah. Are you clear? I'm going to do it the safe way, Kev, like you did.
You don't want to jump, no.
It just doesn't feel, yeah, not with it being wet. So yeah, we might get a bright morning, Kev, I think. At least a couple of hours of sun. Right. Right, let's get this up. Good to go, Kev, yeah. Oh, it's a bit stiff, this one. Let's get the catch on. There we go. I wonder why people leave the catches off. Anyway, we're all filling up, so that's good. Yeah, wobbly top on the gate. Right. Okay. I'd forgotten how stiff some of these bloody locks can be. There we go. I'm knackered already, Kev. Can I have the morning off?
I've got a bag of rubbish.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, no worries. It's a Sunday morning. 30th of December, is it? So just towards the end of December, in that quiet period between Christmas and New Year. And it's sometime after 9 o'clock. Anyway, time to open this gate. Let's see if I can get this open. This is a long beam, this. I don't remember it being that long. Why are they so long? There'll be a reason for it. There'll definitely be a reason. And it's heavy as well. Once you're through, just go slowly and I'll spot which ones the... So don't go too close.
I've got to go slow to get around with it. Yeah, 'cause I ain't got room to turn.
No, you've not got much room at all. Ah, you're too far out now. I think you should miss him, mate. I mean, boats do this all day, don't they? So you'll be okay. It just looks a bit dodgy.
Just having that room to turn.
Yeah, you're on course to miss him there, I think. Right, let's get this shut. So it's quite good, this, because I was just going to cruise. It's a 3-hour cruise to Braunston. So this is good because it's given me a bit of kind of early morning, a little bit of early morning exercise, which I think is good. So Kev, are you going to hang on at the top, or do you just want to head straight off?
I'll pull it in front of you.
It normally takes me about 10 minutes to set the cameras up. I just go straight through. But I've got a couple of bits. I've got to make a flask of coffee and just tidy up. Well, as long as you're sure, mate, you can take off if you want. Do you want me to go first or you first? When we... Are you fussed? In fact, I guess from the camera point of view, it might be better if I go in front, mightn't it?
Yeah.
Because the camera will just see the thing, yeah?
Yeah, you'll just be sitting back
Otherwise he'll be seeing your backside for after. It's a shame in a way Braunston is as popular as it is, because it's quite difficult to moor in a place that's like an easy short walk from the pub and the, you know, like I don't mind going to the shops on the bike and stuff, but you can't really go to the pub on the bike. Let's see what the score is here. Kev's hanging back. So this one is full, so I'll go for this one. Which is going to be a pain for Kev, but it will be quicker because he's got to do a sharper turn to get to it. They go up dead easy, these bottom ones. Top one's more of an issue. There we go. Is it just going to open? I feel like it might be empty. It is as well. It's the same thing as last time. Pillock. It's already empty. So what Kev's going to have to do is shove his bow out to make that turn easier to get in here. He's giving it a bit of a shove. Doesn't look like a sharp turn, but they're not as easy as you might imagine. Well, you will have seen from my many failed attempts. And the top lock is just, dare I say, 300 yards that way. Right, there's Kevin. That's the second lock done. So, let's get back across here. All paddles down, all gates closed, and let's someone must have been through here because this lock's full. One of the locks was full, so I think someone's had to have come up through that lock maybe early this morning and I didn't. Mind you, they don't normally do locks in the dark, and I was up before 8. Anyway, whatever the mystery is, I'm not sure I care very much. Well, that was kind.
Yeah, one opened up the other one.
That pedestrian just going along there, he saw us coming. I thought it was a boater coming down. So me and Kev were a bit confused, but he opened the gate and he's left the lock, because it was empty, he's left it open for us. Brilliant.
Hang on, no, they're both open.
They're both open, yeah.
Yeah, I'll straight in them.
Yeah, yeah. And Kev was pulling over briefly, thinking that one of the gates had closed. Sometimes they drift closed or whatever, you know, but they're both open, so straight in. And that was really nice of the guy. He was just walking his dog, and he must have thought, have those two guys not spotted? Because neither me or Kev, I thought he's in army camo style clothes, he looks a bit, is he a bit mean, you know, is he the good morning type? And I wasn't sure, so I didn't bother. And yeah, he'd actually opened the gates for us, which is really nice of him. So I shouted him. I shouted back as we realised, to say thanks. Yeah, it's really weird. I saw him pushing on the beams, but being 300 yards away, I couldn't really sort of tell what was going on. I thought, is he just a local sorting out the gates because they're not quite right? You know, a local dog walker. There we go. So here's the gate, courtesy of that lovely local chap. Final lock of the 3. And of course I'm just moored, again, dare I say, 300 yards around the corner. That's a touch less on this occasion. And here comes Kevin. No bumps again. Just coming up the last lock. Handling like a dream. No surging forwards and very little surging back. And look what's here at the top to greet us. This huge knotty lump of wood. I won't be able to get that out, I don't think, so I'll warn Kevin on his way through. There we go. There's Kevin off there, and I'm just doing the last gate. It seems to want to open. I just closed it and it's drifting back open again. No, it's not. The gate is starting to... Anyway, look, I can't stand here holding the gate, and I can't open the paddles to create suction to keep it closed either. So it is what it is. Will it drift? No, it'll shut. There's always a little bit of a leak at the bottom that creates a little bit of suction, usually. Oh, there's me in front of that boat. So Kevin's going to moor up. I'm going to get myself ready. Make a flask of coffee, blah blah blah. And in about 20 minutes we'll be off to Braunston.